Come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. I'm giving you guys time to get up on in here. All right. I'm giving you guys some time to come on in. The Boy Next World, episode 5, baby. Hot and heavy. So I'm giving you guys some time to get on in. Get on in, get on in. I know it's rather late, but you guys know I work. I have a full-time job, so I have to do these when I can. And you guys just bear with me. Have you guys get on in, get on in. All right. I'm going to hop on into this. Guys, you already know. If you don't know, now you know. Welcome back to Hashtag J Podcast. And it's your fave podcast for all your BL recap, react content. And I boss up and gossip on our real BL actors. And baby, The Boy Next World, episode 5, has literally, well, the first 10 minutes of this episode has been literally the talk on all social media. And I'm not going to lie, okay? I'm not going to lie. That scene, it just hits different. And they just did their thing. All I'm going to say is NuNew and Boss are not new to this. They are true to this. There was definitely some level of pro experience in this scene, shall I say. The first 10 minutes was like, okay, yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. If you were like me, drop a comment below. I had to replay that scene to make sure I saw what I was seeing, to make sure it wasn't just all a dream and an imagination in my head. And I was just like, man, didn't we just start the episode? How did we get here, right? How did we get to the point where it started getting hot and heady? You know, we are just throwing BJs as the elixir for illnesses and cureness for anxiousness that's going on. And I'm not going to lie. Fu knew exactly what he was doing. There was no innocent moment in that. Fu talking about he don't know. He knew exactly. He knew exactly what he wanted. And he wanted him some sir. That's all I'm going to say. But Fu tried to play like he was innocent. It's all right. We see you. We see you, Fu. But this episode has literally my mind blown with so many questions, right? Now, let's just get into it. Let's get into this. Let's get into this. So, we find out that, Sir's whole I'm from a whole nother world bit was a lie, which we all kind of figured that to a point that the math wasn't mathing after we found out certain bits of information in the previous episodes. Now, the part that really got my mind boggled is the fact that when Sir was in a deep sleep, he basically seemed like he transitioned into another world. And when he wakes up to this Sir, he's confused, and then that Sir becomes confused and aware that, that fool becomes aware that this is not his Sir once he realized the scar on Sir's head. Now, when that moment happened, I'm like, hold on. So this is our first intro into the other Fu. the other world. Finally, okay, so this really exists. So this fool knew that this wasn't his sir, and was frightened, and eventually he was transitioned into a room with another damn sir. And in this room, this sir was kind of speaking in a level of riddles, like basically letting this sir know, like, get your ish together so you can get your food. In my world, I have my food. In your world, you kind of need to get your food. And I feel like they have to be in line for things to flow a certain type of way. And I think that it comes off like the actions of this sir can mess with the ripples in other worlds, or is it a possibility? Okay, because this popped in my head too, that sir can see into the future. So that was just that's another thought in my head, because that other sir was, he hinted to he hinted in a way that this sir's action can affect the future, as if it can affect the future or his world. So makes me wonder, can sir see into another world, or can he see into the future? He can see into something, especially when his behind goes to sleep. And I'm figuring that when he was in that coma for like 2 or 3 days, he was living the time of his life in that world where him and Fu were together. And he was in those moments with that Fu, and he woke up and wanted to still be in those moments. All right. So that's just my opinion on that. Okay. Now we get to the point, right, baby? We get to how Sir fell in love with Fu. And when I say this part right here, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, oh, oh. We get into the good part. Guys, as you are coming in, drop your location and how you are feeling about the Boy Next World in the comments, so I can get to know who you are and who is viewing. But let's get back in here. So we get to the point where we find out, right, that how Sir fell in love with Fu was the fact that Fu stood up for Sir when he didn't even know who he was. He stood up for him in a manner that he understood a person that he didn't even know. But the fact that Fu had the courage to speak up when he could have honestly just not say nothing at all. So we see that's how him and Sir, that's how Sir basically fell in love with him. We also find out, right, that Wim has been a part of the plan since day one. The whole inception of Wim and Fu even being friends was all curated by Sir. Okay? So when you find out all of that, it's like no wonder why when when Sir woke up out this coma, Wim was like, well, what the hell is going on? You have never talked to this. You have never talked to this dude. Like, you're going crazy. And it's like no wonder why Wim was the way he was, because he's just like, dude, I'm the one that's been orchestrating everything. You haven't been talking to this man. So now it all makes sense. But baby, Wim has been working in the back scenes. This is the reason why Fu and Sir are in the same uni together. All because of Wim. Yes, you do. Thank you, Bugatti Blaze. Yes, you have to check out the episode. Yes, Philly in the building. Philly in the building. Guys, put your location and how you feel about the episode. Let me know. And we're just gonna keep on flowing, okay? Now, when I found out that Wim was behind the scenes, I was like, that's a writer. That's a writer, because we basically find out a bit more about Sir's mama. Now, his mother is a whole nother level of a devil. When you find out the things that she did to Sir in front of Wim, and just overall how Sir life was, and how things just was happening in his life, you can understand why Sir didn't talk to Fu earlier. So you get why that connection did not happen earlier. Also, we get a bit of a turnaround moment where Fu have Sir experience the first fun day of his life. So we get a sad moment and it turns around with a good moment. Okay. Now I feel the importance of the fact that Sir is starting to open up to Fu, because I think Sir can get to the point where he tells Fu the damn truth that he's been lying, and he has been lying, and his lies is kind of inflicting on a little bit on him and Fu getting together, because after Sir basically verbally, vocally tells Fu how he feels about him in the first 10 minutes of the episode. After, and the next day after, after those moments, Fu is basically in love with Sir. And he's falling deeper into in love and like and lust with Sir. And he's under the interpretation that he is a substitute. And the fact that he feels that he's a substitute, it seems like he's not giving 100% of himself to Sir. And Sir is becoming aware of it. It's like Sir's lie did help him get closer to Fu, but it's also affecting how closer he becomes to Fu, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm hoping he gets to the point where he tells him the truth. We also see a little interaction with Wim and Jin. I am looking forward to seeing how these two get together, because seeing that scene with Jin sitting at the table with the friends and the fact that he's able to read all of their minds is mind-boggling to me. And he's just always aware of Sir's underlining thoughts about Fu. And like I said, Jin's a rider too. Jin's a rider for Fu, and Wim is a rider for Sir. Like, Wim is that friend. He is that friend, and finding out all this information, it makes everything just makes sense on why he's the way he is and why he's so overprotective of Sir. Sir's home life is crazy. It's crazy. And in the episode, we kind of get the mother trying to bribe Fu to, break up with Sir. And she's trying to use money. She's trying to throw cash at him. But luckily, Sir has started to open up with Fu. So Fu is aware of what type of devil he is dealing with. But the thing is like, how low will sis go? How low will she go? And I'm just so curious on what's going to happen. And also the fact that we can see that I think this car accident woke something up in Sir. And it's something about when he goes to sleep, things happen. And it's things that I want to say, they're the things that he wants to have, he want his life to be, and he's looking at it in another realm, or like I said, he could be looking into the future. It's just something about him. We need a full-on understanding of his capabilities, because I don't think Jin is the only one with a level of a superpower. I don't think Jin is the only one. I think that we may have someone else, i.e. Sir, that may have a superpower. I mean, we may have someone, oh, particularly Sir. I want more. I hope we get more context on what's going on in his brain when he is sleeping, because I feel that that is where all the action is happening. I feel that when we were getting those clips where he was looking into this world where it was him and Fu, I think he was looking at the other sir and the other Fu, and he just got caught up in the ambiance of it all, and he just woke up, and that's just what he wanted. That's just what he wanted. I mean, it showed in the first 10 minutes. I mean, the first 10 minutes just screamed, I've been wanting to do this for a while. You know, the dedication, the momentum of it all, the tenacity, okay? The consistency of wanting the other person to feel at ease as possible shows that this is something that he's been wanting to do for a long time. I will honestly have to say, this BL series right here, it's creeping on my top tier list, and it's only February, right? And I'm so happy that we are starting the year off with this BL series because it is really good. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what exactly is going to happen, because you will literally have so many scenarios on what exactly is going on with Sir. But I will say that this episode really clarified to us what exactly is happening to, gives us some context on what is happening to him. And what, from what I can see, in my opinion, the action is happening when he goes into a deep sleep. And when he is in a deep sleep, him and Fu are just living their best life. It's like his dreams become reality. And I'm just looking forward to seeing how we are going to end the series. I want to know how Fu is going to take finding everything out, because it's more than just Sir lying about going to another world. It's the whole kit and caboodle on how they even got to this point. There's his story, his explanation goes as far as beyond university. Like, there's a lot of things he would literally have to tell Fu. And it's really like, how would he take it? Finding all of those things out. Like, honestly, how to really wrap your mind around it. It's like diabolical. I mean, I just, this episode here, the episode right here, okay? This episode, I will tell you guys to go check it out. It is really, really, really good. Really, really good. There are some context in this episode that would just leave you like, and these two, like I said, they are not new to this. They are true to this. They are professionals. They are professionals. They know what they're doing. Okay, the chemistry is there. And listen, I am very happy and very satisfied with episode 5. Episode 6, it looks like we're going to get a bit of Sir's brother. I think he's younger than him. I think he said he had a younger brother. So I think it looks like the person that pops up is going to be his younger brother. But I want to know how Sir is going to respond to the fact that his mother actually used her goony goon goon to approach the love of his life. So I'm trying to figure out how he's going to take that, because I don't think he's going to take it lightly, but he cannot take it strongly, because it looked like his mother is a person that she's just top tier evil. So I'm really looking forward to episode 6. And guys, you already know, if you like, love, and joy our amazing reaction videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to know when we upload new videos and do lives. Like I said, I'm doing lives more. I'm moving around, so I don't really have the time or the space to really do the other videos, but I do have time to do relatively some other little short videos, especially around these guys. Listen, I've got my hands on a few content that I just want to get into. I want to, have a little kiki about, especially when it comes to BossNoeul. They are one of my top pairs. So we are definitely going to get into that. Guys, you can check us over at the Tickety Also, you can catch us on the Hippie Fujoshi. If you are into BL manhwas and BL animes, we do have our channel over there as well. Guys, be you, be amazing, and most importantly, please, especially now what's going on, make sure you guys be safe in those crazy streets while being the best version of yourself. And also, don't forget to check out The Boy Next World, episode 5, so we can prepare for episode 6, and we will be right back keying it up. The next live, if I'm not mistaken, I want to get into the BL series Your Sky, which turned out to be a really good BL series. I didn't expect it to be that good, but it was. It really was. And it wasn't even no light sauce, okay? That BL series has no level of light sauce. You get a level of homophobia in that BL series. Like, the father go off. When I say go off, I'm talking about father, uncle, cousin, kid off. Like, he says father, uncle, cousin, kid a lot. A lot, a lot. Poppy go off. He goes off. He kicking people out. It's just a lot of things in that BL series I didn't expect. You get a bit of a light SA in that, tricking of the intoxication in this series. It's a lot of things in that goddamn BL series that I did not expect. But we are definitely going to talk about Your Sky. And we're going to get into a few other BL series that I'm going to dabble in this week and bring to you here on the live, where we're going to kiki, we're going to chat it out, we're going to talk, we're going to get into it. But guys, I have to take my butt to bed, get ready to go night-night, because sis has to work in the morning. So I will chat with you BL bays later. Don't forget to check out our content on TikTok. And see you later, my BL bays.